Hey, let me ask you something real before we get into it. Have you ever sat back after a long day and just felt let down by your TV? That gap between what you want and what your screen actually delivers. That's exactly where you stop feeling that the 75-7 belongs in your life. Before you go any further, take a moment to check the current price and stock. Big screens with this level of performance don't stay available forever, and the best deals disappear faster than most people expect. This is for the kind of person who doesn't settle for washed-out colors or laggy gameplay. You re the one who notices when motion feels uneven, when HDR looks flat, or when audio feels hollow. You know what a great movie night should feel like because you've been there, and now anything less just feels like compromise. There's always that turning point. Maybe it was squinting at subtitles mid-show. Maybe it was missing your opponent's movement in a heated match because your old panel just couldn't keep up. Maybe it was the moment you realized that your living room deserves more than good enough. When that moment hits, you can unknow it. You start longing for visuals that feel alive and sound that actually fills the room. And that's where this TV changes things. The first time you hit play, you feel it. The picture feels vibrant in a way that pulls you in, like the colors actually matter and every detail has weight. The motion feels smooth, not jerky or stretched, whether you're rewatching action films or commanding in fast-paced games. You don't just watch your favorite shows, you experience them. Think about this: late-night gaming with friends where you actually see every frame crisply. Weekend movie marathons where the HDR makes every scene feel cinematic instead of flat. Sunday morning shows where the brightness and color pop make everything feel richer and more real. And when the audio kicks in with the Dolby Atmos, it doesn't just come from the screen, it fills the space, makes you feel like you're inside the moment. Don't sit on this hoping stock stays stable or prices go down forever. High brightness QLED with high refresh and immersive sound aren't short on demand, and waiting usually costs you more later. If you're rethinking, is this really a noticeable jump? The answer comes quick. Once you feel the difference, everything else feels like a step backward. Screens that blur motion or dull color become painful reminders of what you were missing. And every time you consider something weaker, you'll find your mind drifting right back to this. You feel immersed the moment you power it up. You notice every motion with stunning smoothness. You hear sound with depth and presence. You stop chasing clarity because it's right there. You actually look forward to sitting down in front of it. It's not the smallest screen you've ever owned. It demands a setup that gives it space. Comparison loops tire you out eventually. At some point, you stop flipping through specs and just choose the screen that already feels right in your gut. This is one of those upgrades you'll look back on and wonder why you delayed. Check the current price and availability, trust your instinct, and make that decision that your future self will thank you for every time you sit down to watch, play, or just unwind.